pleasure to have you on the platform. Can we get to know you? Who are you? Your name and a bit about your background.
My name is Hajia Jasmine Binti Sabe, and I'm a national coordinator. I'm a national coordinator of TNF, Tinubu National Frontiers. And I live in Abuja, and we have a very solid structure, and we are for Asiwaju all the way. My reason for being with Asiwaju is because it's very personal for me, very, very personal.
Okay, what do you do?
I'm a businesswoman, and I live in Abuja.
Okay, you've cultivated a political leaning. Can you explain your political leaning and what informed it?
We started off with TSG as a national coordinator for Tinubu National Frontiers, and is a very, very strong structure.
So you have a liking for a certain would-be presidential candidate, which is the Asiwaju himself, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. Is this correct?
Yes, please.
So what informs your preference for him? Why do you have that affiliation to him, aside from obviously his previous performances as an elected politician? What has made you want to support him in his presidential aspirations?
Tinubu, Asiwaju Tinubu, is a father. He's a leader. He's a very kind-hearted man. He doesn't know whether you are from this tribe or that tribe, or this religion or that religion. He is for everybody. And my experience with him is very, 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 very emotional, because I met Asiwaju over 20 years ago at a time where I thought I would lose someone very dear to me, which is my son. And he was there for us because God used him to save my son's life.
Let me interject before you go on. When you say he helped save your son's life, what was the circumstance around that?
The circumstance was, we were in the hospital on admission for over a year, and he came there to visit his commissioner of education, who was on admission as well, and the room was next to ours. And that was somebody we were also looking out for when he's in crisis. And when he came there, he bumped into me, or we bumped into each other on that corridor, and I was almost stopped when I greeted him, but he asked his security guys to leave me alone. And before we knew it, he was in my son's room, and Lai Mohammed was with him at the time. He asked permission from me, can he sit on my son's bed? And I said, yes, sir. He said, can I pray for him? I said, yes, sir. What's wrong with him? I told him what was wrong. And he instantly gave an order that I must see him the following day. And you won't believe it, from that day, for over a year, Asiwaju made sure hospital bills were paid, allowances were given, and I didn't even see him after that, but he got in touch with me again and made sure we were well taken care of. This was his first tenure when he was governor. When he was coming back for the second time, I made sure I went all out. It was AD then. I made sure in my area in Apapa, we know which party was, taking control over my area, but we made sure AD was very relevant then. And since then, wherever Asiwaju goes, we go. Wherever he goes, I go. It's very personal for me. And now that he is coming out, I will make sure I do all it takes to make sure Asiwaju is the next president of this country. Asiwaju is a father. I don't want to get emotional because that day today takes me back to that day, and it's a very touchy and a very emotional day for me because God used him to save my son's life, and I'm so sorry. It was emotional for me that day. I don't think for the rest of my life, I and my family will ever forget him.
Tell us about your son. What was wrong with your son? Where is he now? Has Asiwaju seen him since then? Have you seen Asiwaju since then?
No, we haven't seen Asiwaju since then. I didn't think it was necessary to see him, and that's why I said anything he's doing and he needs our help, he needs the help of Nigerians. I'm one person that I would make sure I will carry over people behind my back to work for him. My son is fine. He's in Abuja with me and he's doing very well, and he's one person who loves Asiwaju very much.
Let's talk about the personnel of the candidate, the man in the politician. What can you say about the man? What do you think drives him to want to be president of the country, and why do you think, apart from him being really good to you, why do you think he deserves to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria?
Because his transparency, and he's been 2 times governor. His experience, his love for humanity, his patriotism, and he can take Nigeria to the next level.
So how far have you gone in your support for his political aspirations and your support for what he represents?
We have a structure. TNF, this Tinubu National Frontiers, has a very good structure. We are covered in the whole 36 states. We are covered in all the local governments, and we are set to work for Asiwaju. We have a solid structure, and we are ready to go. And I was recently given an appointment as North Central Coordinator. So we are going to use TNF to work together with TSG and work for North Central.
What is this organization? What is the full meaning, and what are its programs?
It was set up because we needed to get a strong structure on ground to make sure we will be relevant in the campaign for Asiwaju.
Fantastic. It looks like you guys have actually set up political structures to advance this your ideal that you hold so strongly. Yes. Would you like to share with us some of the things your organization has done?
We have created a lot of WhatsApp group, and we communicate with all the 36 states every day, plus FCT. And we are getting ready to do our inauguration as quick as possible, so that everybody would now know about TNF.
I noticed you're wearing a baseball cap. Is that part of what you've done or what you have in readiness for the campaign that your organization has made? Can we have a closer look at the cap?
This cap was from TSG, which we used on Saturday for the 2022 convention, and this is what we used. And then this is TNF. This is TNF cap as well.
Okay, and there's a banner behind you. I don't know if we could see the banner clearly. Um, so it's a strong support for Asiwaju himself.
Yes.
So that's a very beautiful banner.
Can you see? Can you see it?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much. If you were to see Asiwaju now, what would you like to say to him? Taking into consideration how you met him, what you've been doing, and where you hope to go forward with your campaigning on his behalf.
If I see him,
Yes.
I would thank him for everything, for his love for humanity, and remind him of that beautiful day that he took over my son to help my son, and let him know that right from when he was governor from the first time and coming in for his second tenure in Lagos State as a governor, I was there for him without even him knowing that I stay up till 4, 3, 5 a.m. making sure AD is very relevant. And I'm going to triple, if there's a word, more than triple this time that he has declared to come out as a president for the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I'm ready to do all it takes to make sure he wins, and we know he will win, and we'll continue praying for him.
Is it to my understanding that you're trying to also coordinate with diaspora, that you're reaching out to people in diaspora? Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yes, I worked with some of the diaspora in 2019, and most of them, or all of them, are still on ground. Over 3,000 of them, both in UK and in Germany, and they are all ready to work with me for us to work together for Asiwaju. Yes, they are on ground and we are ready to work for him. Yes, we do. We are ready for that. Yes, I do have them.
So at the moment, have you got access to his campaign organization, or is this just something you've decided to take on your own, which will be a very impressive thing?
This I've just decided to take on my own. But right now I'm working hand to hand with TSG, because TSG has given me the opportunity and the platform to be relevant in this campaign, which I'm in their office as well. TSG is a wonderful family, and we're going to work together because it's still for the same person, Asiwaju.
So you've been spending your own money
Yes.
just to support Asiwaju?
Yes, I have.
You've heard it all. There are people on the ground who strongly believe in the candidacy of Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. I thought I'd take this opportunity to introduce one of them, considering that she'd had a personal encounter with Asiwaju, who helped in the health care of her child, undermining that he was also the governor at the time. He took time out to be able to support a woman who had a child who was in dire need of medication, health care. I want to emphasize more on that because that brings out humanity. You
Yes.
mentioned earlier that he went out of his way to make sure that your son got the best health care available at that time. This has obviously influenced why you're doing what you're doing, spending your own money, coordinating people together, not only in Nigeria, but also in diaspora to support Ashiwaju's candidature. Candidacy.
Yes.
It's a fantastic initiative, and I would like you, once again, not only to reach out to Asiwaju, but also to reach out to people in diaspora and give them reasons why they should support Asiwaju Bola Tinubu.
I would like us to come out and support Asiwaju, because He's the man. He, Nigeria needs him. He doesn't need us. We need him. We all need him. So I would plead with the diaspora to please, you all know yourselves. We worked together in 2019 and we're going to work together again this time. Please, I want all of us to come out and put our hands together and make sure we get Asiwaju to the promised land. We cannot leave him at this time. He's been there for everybody. He's been there for everybody. It's our duty to do it right for him for 2023.
Should Asiwaju get to watch this video, how can he reach you? What moves are you making to make sure that his campaign office is aware of what you're doing?
If there is any way this media can get to him, let him know that we love him very much.
And what's your website called?
TinubuNationalFrontiers.com.
Fantastic. That's the website. I'll encourage people to have a look at it to see the great good work Hajia has been doing. We'll try and push this out to diaspora so they can understand where you're coming from and where you're going. And I hope that the candidate you support does win. Based on the information you've given us, he seems to be the right candidate at the right time.
Okay, my name is Okeka Marachi Evangel. I'm National Director of Finance for Tinubu National Frontiers.
Brilliant.
I'm so pleased to witness this beautiful interview. I want to say thank you very much for your patience and your time.
My name is Shei Balogun. Yes, I'm a director for national mobilization for TNF. So I'm very happy to be on this platform, on this group. So I'm very happy to witness this interview this evening. So I'm going to use all my power and to support Tinubu to lead Nigeria to a great height.
We're grateful for your time, and it's been a fantastic, quick 30 minutes.